Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Sunken Sailor. It's been a while between episodes because I've kind of been doing some real work. For those that don't know, I'm a high school teacher, and I usually do casual teaching work in between sailing adventures, but I've been doing some full-time teaching for the last few months, and I've kind of pushed all this to the side while I've been concentrating on getting that done. So I'm back into it now, so please like, subscribe, comment, get involved if you're keen to see more of my adventures, because there's heaps of cool stuff coming up. In this episode, I'll be trying to figure out what happened in my mooring. If you saw the last episode, you would have seen that I came off my mooring, or my mooring came away after some maintenance had been done on my very first night staying on the new boat by myself. So that was a bit of a shock. So we'll see how that finishes up. Ruby will be coming out on the boat for the first time. She'll be meeting Mahana and coming out sailing. So that was a really exciting moment for me. And so yeah, that's really cool to have that in this episode. And I get to take Tracy's twins, Isla and Emelie, out for a spin in the dinghy. And we had a lot of fun out there. So yeah, let's check it out. So it's the morning after, and I haven't slept much. Probably see to my eyes, but yeah, this is pretty much what we've got. Probably a bit easier to see than yesterday. So we've got our mooring. If I get it up, I don't know, you can kind of see there's a new chain. I don't know how well that shows on the video, but yeah, there's a brand new chain attached, which they've kindly put on, and then obviously there's been some problem at the other end that hasn't been seized or attached properly. So yeah, we're safely anchored here. Like I say, the conditions are pretty benign, so that's in our favour. I've left messages for people to call me back and stuff, so I'm just kind of like waiting to see when I'm going to hear from someone. It's the afternoon, and decided I'm going to pull up this mooring and get to the bottom of the situation. There's a bit of weight up there. That is so weird. Whew. Bit of effort. Like this is the weirdest thing. So that end's all good. It's all nicely seized up with some good wire. Can't go anywhere. Look at this end. Perfectly good shackle attached to what? I was expecting to see just an empty link because the shackle's fallen off, or even, I don't know, possibly a shackle with no bolt through it, or the bolt's like hanging out, but I did not expect to see a fully closed shackle. Because the question is, what the hell has happened to make that come away during the night? What was it attached to? The mystery continues. The following day I received a phone call from the owner of the mooring maintenance service explaining what had gone wrong with my mooring. So the diver had tried to shackle the new shackle onto what they thought was a link of chain on the seafloor, and turns out they were trying to shackle it to another shackle that hadn't been closed properly. So it didn't take long for that to work its way free, and yeah, that's what happened. So it was an easy mistake to make, and it's really poor visibility down in the harbour there. But it could have been a costly one had I not been on board that night. So the owner, to his credit, couldn't have handled it any better. And it was one of those all's well that ends well types of situations in the end. After about a 2-month recovery from the broken leg Ruby sustained in the boating accident, she was finally ready to come and meet the new boat and come for a little sail. So for those not familiar with the story, Ruby had a clean fracture of both her tibia and fibula in her lower left leg. And we were 4.5 hours in the water with no medical attention, and she was suffering severe hypothermia and dehydration and was in a pretty severe way by the end of it. So for her to be ready so soon to come back on a boat and come out sailing again and put that trust back in me was a really huge moment for me, and it really meant a lot. So here it is.
Big but it looks small.
What's that?
It looks like big and small at the same time.
Alright, you grab that. The cockpit area?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Whoa. Whoa. This is so cool.
It's nice, hey?
Yeah. That's awesome. I love it.
Should we go for a little cruise?
Sure.
This is such a cool day for me, having Ruby out on the new boat. Ready to go. There's not much wind, but yeah, we'll just go for a little motor cruise, and yeah, just get her sea legs again. So stoked. It's fully out here at the moment. So I don't know how much you can see this. There's a seagull. Hey, so yeah, as you saw, it's having a bit of a blow outside, and I don't know, it's times like this when I kind of realise that I'm a little bit more edgy than I have been in the past. Like, this is not really a big deal. Like, I don't know if it's gusting up. I don't have an anemometer with me, but it's I would say 35, gusting around 35 knots, which isn't a massive deal, especially when you're on a mooring in a safe harbour. The mooring's just been fixed twice. But yeah, there's just a little part of me that's like anxious about it, and I guess after everything that's happened, that's somewhat understandable, and like my rational brain is saying it's fine. This is like, it's got massive chains and massive ropes on it, and the boat in front of you is not gonna like break its mooring and drag and hit you, and that's my rational brain. But then my anxious side at the moment is just going, oh. What if that happens? What if something goes wrong? What if? But yeah, anyone that suffers from that kind of thinking at any point in their life will be able to relate that it's not so easy just to switch it off and be rational and be logical, and just to see things as they are, which is where I'm trying to get to now. The next people who were dying to meet the new boat were Tracy's twins, Isla and Emelie. One of the great qualities of these girls is that they're always keen to have a go at new things. So when I took them out in the dinghy and then they both said they wanted to have a drive, well, who was I to say no? In the next episode of The Sunken Sailor, we get some unexpected stowaways on Mahana. I've got a full-on nest. And oh no, got some little eggs. I take Pete for a spin, and we raise her mainsail for the first time. Mahana's bottom gets a clean. And I talk honestly about my mental health after a challenging few days. It stems back to how I feel about how I failed so badly to sink my boat and lose my dog and all that stuff and put everyone's lives in danger. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. It's free to subscribe if you're keen to see more of my sailing adventures. Cheers guys.